Hey guys, welcome back to the coding session Trading Signals. This is episode 11, and we are working in trading signals. We are working on specifically uh, debugging the trading bot that is receiving the signals. Because it's already receiving the signals, we are already storing the signals um, at a map by candle and signal definition ID. But what we saw at the charts the other day was that something was not working like perfectly well. I mean, here, um, this is the bot sending the signals, but the bot receiving the signals is not showing up like everything correct. So, um, what we will do in this case is just go and debug the bot receiving the signals. So for this, we have a SuperAlgo's peer-to-peer network now running on at Node.js. Um, I'm going to stop this and run it again. Okay, so the platform is running here. Oops, it seems I didn't put the command well. Yeah, I mistyped browser. Okay, this is going to load again, and we're going to be using today these two Visual Studio codes in here. So we are going to use task server 1 for the incoming signals, and we're going to run the bot sending the signals directly at Node.js because there's nothing to debug there. So I'm going to position myself at the trading system over here. I'm keeping all these tabs open just for you to be for orientation, let's say. Uh, but we are not really changing anything from here. But these tabs represent the whole stack we are standing at. At the very bottom is the task server, the task layer, the process. A task can run different processes, so there is a process layer. Then there is the bot, and in this case it's a trading bot. Then this is the framework layer. I'm calling it trading process, but probably we should change the name to this in so as not to be ambiguous. From here, trading record, we don't really need this one. The next layer is the trading outputs, the the outputs generated at the trading operations, the ones that are later plotted at the charts. And the next layer up there is trading simulation, and then we don't really need the other ones. We have trading system and trading stages. Okay, I think that is enough. Over here, down here, I have some other modules related to trading, like episode, orders, execution, and engine. And these are related to signals, the signals project. Outgoing signals and incoming signals go through here. And in particular, the incoming signals are getting into this module that represents the network interface, meaning the module where all the communications originating at the network node comes through. Okay. Okay. So our problem was that the bot is getting the signals, but something is not perfectly well because it's not placing the orders. So that is what we are going to try to debug and to find out what is going on. Going to remove this. Okay. um, so I'm going to stand at a place that is called trading stages. That is where the trigger on, trigger off happens. Let me check at the charts if we do have a trigger on event or not. Okay, we are again at the wrong place. So here it looks like we have a trigger on and trigger off. And probably this is the problem, to be honest. You see this guy here? There should be a okay, trigger stages. See this. Trigger stage. Okay. Let me use this panel to see what is going on. So here it says, let me expand this. These are 1 minute candles, right? So here it says that the position, exit type position taken. Wow. In less than a candle. So the trigger is closed or was closed, and the exit type of the trigger stage was because a position was taken. There is something strange here because this line represents the manage stage, as far as I remember. Manage stage. So what does this panel says? It says that it's open, no exit. So something strange is going on here. Let me check the chart of the strategy sending the signals to see how it looks like the trigger stages. So the correct thing that should happen is that the trigger stage should be open here. Where is the panel of this guy? Come here. Okay. So the panel doesn't show anything until I reach the end of it. And it says that the trigger was closed because the position taken. Well, I'm not going to argue with that. But anyway, something is missing here. So well, I got a general idea of what it should look like. So and that gave me an idea of what I should debug in the end. So coming back here, I will monitor the trigger on, get all signals. Okay, I will monitor the trigger on. I will monitor the trigger off. And I will also monitor the take position. Maybe there is something wrong, all this any of these places. And if this is something should be wrong here, because otherwise it would be working well. We will see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this and come here. We're going to run the strategy sending the signals via Node.js, and this one via Visual Studio Code by debug option. So both are running at the task level. So I'm going to run this bot by running the session, the trading session. Okay, the bot is running. Easy enough for me to run this guy. And we'll sit here and wait. Here we are. Okay, so I expect this to receive. What is going on? To receive a signal. And that signal is going to be used to evaluate the conditions. Okay, but I'm not going to enter here because the problem is not with the trigger on. So I'm going to let it go and check out the trigger off. Okay. So F10, what do we got? We don't have a signal. So we're going to eval the conditions without a signal at all. And we're going to see what happens because apparently it's triggering off immediately. Okay, I don't know which are the conditions, but the conditions are going to end up being evaluating here at the trading system. We will go directly to the place instead of jumping around. Eval node, no. Eval condition. So blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll jump into there. Okay, the condition is the following. If signal is not undefined and signal length is greater than 0, then true, otherwise false. That means if there is a signal, then trigger off. If there is not a signal, then don't do it. So the value here is false. So in this case, it looks good. So I will let it run until here. And the value is true. Wow. Why the value is true? Here we make a situation Okay, that condition was false. So why this is getting true? Hmm. I don't understand what is going on. It looks like true is a default value that later is going to be cancelled with the result of the evaluations or something like that. But yes, here at check conditions. Okay, so it looks like the technique used here is that we set this in a true, but there is a function called check conditions that is going to return the actual value. So it's going to check this. This should return false because there is one condition in false. Yes. Okay, I get it. Um, so this is false. We will ask portfolio manager, but oops, what's going on? I didn't mean to enter here. It was my mistake. But we will respond with false. Okay, so this is false and this is false. So at least at the first iteration, it's not going to go on a trigger off. But maybe, remember that I was remembering that if we check the panel, it says that it triggered off and the reason was exit type position taken. So maybe it is triggering off for another reason. I don't know. I don't remember if that is possible. Okay, let's continue. This is not going to enter there, but we will put a breakpoint in case somehow it gets there. So continue and take position now. So for taking position, there is one signal. We will check this here again. It should take the position. Well, eval code, we have the same code. If there is a signal, then it will eval in true. So here it takes the position. Okay, now I'm wondering if there is any other way to trigger off that is not through this mechanism here. I'm not sure about that. Probably there is. change stage status. Okay, let's search for this. Well, it appears that there is another place. Yeah. Remember the position taken at the panel is here, in fact. So when you take position, you are changing the status of the trigger stage to close, and the reason is because a position was taken. Okay, so that is what we were seeing here. That is what we were seeing here. With this panel here, position taken. Okay. Uh, that doesn't explain what we are seeing at the other chart. Or maybe it does. Maybe here it has. Yeah, it's the same stuff. You have the trigger stage open and the trigger stage closed. And then it comes the take position. And then that's why there is a manage stage. Yeah, now I understand. Okay, so we are good. The problem was not with the trigger on, trigger off, or take position. There is no problem there. The problem is that we are not placing the orders. um, that seems to be the problem now. Okay. Okay. So now I understand what is going on. Okay, so this is going to take the position. What comes next? Where are we deciding where to place the orders, or which order to place? Mm, trading stages, maybe. At this module, trading stages, you can see that run the open stage. Okay, we'll come up to here and we'll debug a little bit there. So let's let it run. I will be discovering this because it's a long time I haven't seen this code. So what is this about? Check if we need to abort the stage. We don't need to abort the stage. So run when status is opening. Initialize target size. Run when status is open. Okay, run execution. Here it comes. Yeah, and I think I found a reason already why this is not working. And the reason is most likely because we didn't add the code at all to make this work. So run execution. This will take us to here, execution. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Not in this one, but once it enters here, check orders or Um, okay, let's continue. There's no other way. So there are some validations here, and then we get into here, and we are going to check the execution algorithms. I'm not sure if I jump already some stuff because if I recall, the trading system, when this is running, it's like you need first the initial target and these formulas to run in order to be able to enter the open execution. That is where we are now, that we have this algorithm and we are going to place this order. So probably we jump already the other part, but anyway, we will continue here. So here we have only one algorithm, yes. Trading orders. And we have, which type of order we have? A limit by order. So here, limit by order is the third one. So we are going to avoid the others. 1, 2. And we're going to limit by orders. And there's yet another module for that. Check orders. Okay, we have one order, yes. And we have validations. I don't remember what is this about. Not sure if entering into there or not. Okay, no, these are just validation as the name suggests. So I don't need them now. Okay, so I'm standing at the first order, trading engine order. It's not open, so we are going in here. What happened? It kicked me out. Okay, very soon there it kicked me out. So I will need this to run again. Um, I don't know which was the validation. Maybe it was the first cycle. Yeah, here it kicked me out. There is a mechanism called cycles in that we run 2 cycles per candle. Okay, and the first cycle is reserved for certain operations like checking orders at the exchange and canceling them, and the second cycle is used for mm, maybe opening orders and this kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is to where were we here? Trading stage. I'm going to stop again here. And also here. And see if we can get inside again here, but at the second cycle. Let's run it. Okay, we are again at the same first cycle, and I don't know exactly coming from where, so I'm going to let it go. Then we have run when status is open. Again, we are again here, and we are at the second cycle. Okay. Okay, so we are at the same candle, second cycle. Oh, why I was ejected from there? Okay, there were 0 orders. Probably because we are not at the right place. I'm going to move inside here. Yeah, probably it was executing these guys. So now we are at the execution, checking the limit by orders. That is the one that we actually have. Okay, and because there is more than one, we are here, and we are at the second cycle. So now we are good. Okay, so this is not going to take me out. This is not closing. And this is not lock or whatever is going on there. So check if we need to create this order. Yeah, that's what we want to know. So my guess is that this is going to come undefined, no, or not undefined or whatever, but it's not going to try to create the order. So I'm going to enter in here and see what happens there. Check order event. Um, okay, so we're going to check conditions. Check conditions. Let me see something here at the trading stages. When we do trading stages, when we check the trigger on, trigger off, we also do a check conditions. We pass the situation and pass, and we expect this to tell us if it is a pass or not. Okay, this is the trading system check conditions. I'm wondering now, what is evaluating this guy? The open stage, we have open execution. Which are the conditions that is checking for? The create order event. Okay, so it looks like we have a formula here that is preventing us to get the order created, because What are we doing here? For I from 0 to signal length, yeah, we are getting the formula value of the signal receive, of the latest signal receive. Okay, that's what we are doing. So we are assuming that the guy sending the signal is sending the signal with a formula value of true, right? Okay, that is what is going on. So it might be correct. Let's see if we have the signal or what do we have. So this is going to go through all the situations. That we have one, check conditions, false. Wow, I should have not, I should have not stepped over this one. Trading system, check conditions. So this is going through all the conditions. So the condition is giving me false, but at this point the condition was already evaluated. So I don't really know what was going on there. So, but this is the reason why this order is not put. So I guess that I'm going to let this run or just stop it and run it again. I will have to run again, and I will have to, after the position is taken, I will have to monitor the evaluation of conditions to see if that formula, what is going on there. Okay, so let's set up this again. We will need this guy to stop running, and we will need this guy to run again. So we can debug this. And we can run this. So we run the bot. It's going to produce the signals. And we are going to debug this guy. So here we are again. Again at the trigger on. Then we will go through the trigger off. Then we will go through the take position. And once we pass all this, we will want to evaluate, we will want to stop at every formula that is being evaluated. also here check conditions. So eval condition, yes, I want to stop. And eval formula, yes, I want to stop. Okay, so we are at taking position now. And now we are evaluating a formula. Which formula is this? We know by the parent node is new target rate. Okay, new target rate. The eval code is going to be based on the signal. So we're going to verify that the evaluation goes well. Yeah, we got a number that is most likely the correct number. So, and coming from the signal. The next one is target size. Yes, we got a value. Perfect. So that is working. Then we evaluate condition. In this case, we don't really know where this is coming from. So we will let it run because there might be conditions evaluated here and there. Now we got another formula. I'm not sure why this is again evaluated, but whatever. Okay, and now we are in trading stages, run execution. So we are at the open stage, about to run the execution. We went through all these guys. There's nothing there, so we are going to see directly the limit by orders. Okay, so I enter in there. Check these validations. We are at the first cycle, so we will have to let it go. We don't care about this. Where are we? Trading system. Check conditions. I need to be on at the second cycle again. Okay, now we are evaluating phase formula. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Okay, so something we are entering into a exception handler. How do we get here? How do we signals? Was it signals undefined? We were supposed not to be able to have an undefined signals unless unless let's check this out. If this returns here, then signal is undefined, any of these places, so it might be undefined. If the face doesn't have an incoming signal, this or that, let's check the workspace. Um, okay, this is another problem, right? It's something unrelated to the problem of the orders, and I don't know why we are right now here, but it looks like that this face have incoming signals and somehow is something is getting undefined. Okay, I'm not going to dig into this probably right now because it's going to take us out of focus, but we need to pay attention to this, that signals, it's not necessarily always well defined. It's not necessary. That means that we will have to upgrade this code that we place everywhere, assuming that signals will not be undefined. Signals might be undefined. Well, unless we upgrade this stuff and we return an empty array everywhere, which is possible, probably better, so that we avoid users to be writing this check everywhere. Okay, so now, yeah, okay, so where were we? Trading system, we will let this run. Parent no face, oh look, the same stuff. Yellow signals. The signal reference is undefined. So essentially here, or here, this one is undefined. Okay, so we're going to fix this also. So the manage take profit phase one signal is pointing to nowhere. So we're going to come here, manage state signals, manage stop loss. Oh, we don't even have it here. Manage take profit, add a signal. So this one goes there. And next phase event, next phase event, go here and move the phase, goes here. Okay, and because that was missing as at the definition level, it means that here is also wrong. So I will need to fix this too. The formula goes there. The next phase goes here. And the move to phase goes here. Okay, we save this. And we are back here. So let me see something. Trading simulation. When this was undefined, and it tried to evaluate the code, we got into here. I don't think that is a good idea to send to replace this by MTRIs. It's better to have an error because that would means something for the end user that needs to be fixed. Okay, so in this case it's correct that there is an error, and something is going to show as an error and the user will try to fix it. Okay, so let's continue. Check conditions, don't stop, eval condition. I don't know where we are, so we continue. Get all signals for new order rate. Okay. This was 0. So are there signals? No, there are no signals. Something's wrong here. New order rate. That means that we are at the node order rate, and we are trying to get which is going to be the rate of this. So we are probably here, order rate, and trying to get this to work. Okay, we are getting closer. This is the order rate. Why this guy had no signals. We are supposed to have a signal from this guy. Okay, let's check the signal provider. Where are we? Here. Order rate, outgoing signals. Okay. Okay, so the problem I'm seeing right now is that this order produces a signal that it's supposed to go. Let's check if it is going to the right place. Maybe it's not. We are at the open stage. We are at the open stage. Limit cell orders signals. Open stage. Okay, we have the cancel order, create order, and the order rate signal. So this is pointing to the right place. Order rate signal. Then we have at the listening side, open stage order rate signal is the same guy. Okay. But when this guy tried to get the signals from here, there is none. So what I would like to do is to enter into this function exactly at that moment. So what I'm going to do is to let's let's create a conditional breakpoint here. Parent node dot type. Okay, so my guess is that the first time that this happens is all we need, and we don't need even any other breakpoint anywhere, but we will have to run this again. Okay, so we're going to remove We are going to remove all the breakpoints and leave only that one. But we will have to run this again. So run here. Stop this task. Well, as you can see, this is a more complicated part of this implementation because we have to make sure that everything is working, and to do that we have to dive into the code of the trading bot itself uh, to see what is going on and to make ourselves sure that all this wiring is correct and that we are considering all the aspects so far. So as of to now, um, as of to now, it looked like hooking the signals from the formulas and those events trigger on, trigger off, take position would be enough. But it seems that something is missing. So anyway, the only way to go deeper, there's no other way. So let's continue. I'm running this here. I have to hit debug here. So I need both to be running the task. I will run the first task. So it's producing the signals. We debug with this one. And we will wait until it gets directly here. The parent node is an order rate. We will see what happens here. Get all signals. So far so good. Okay. So we go in here. We actually have values. But we are removing these values once they are requested. Okay, there might be a problem here because I see that this execution of two cycles and there's no guarantee that we are going to request a signal only once. And what seems that happened is that we requested once, maybe we didn't use it because it was the first cycle. And then when we requested the second time, the signals are not there because we are deleting them. So there might be something there. So what would be the problem to keep the signals? And if we request it more than once for the same node, the same formula, we retrieve the same stuff and without deleting. Well, one of the problems I see is that there is no maintenance mechanism to prevent this from growing in memory in an unlimited way, but we might implement one afterwards. So my hypothesis now is that this is a problem. So, but to prove it somehow, I'm going to let it run because now we got the signals, and as you can see, we got signals there and we got a value. Order rate, we got a value. Um, if we went into here, we let that run and we get into here. Yeah, that's exactly what is going on. We made the calculation of the formula, but we weren't at the first cycle, so we couldn't proceed to create the order. So the next time we run and we get into here for the same node, there will be no signals just because we delete them. Oops, okay, 0. Yeah, so now there are no signals. So the value is going to be 0, and we cannot, the system is not going to place an order with a rate value of 0. It's not going to happen. Mm. Okay, so we're going to remove this guy. Remove it. And we're going to run the strategies now without debugging. That is faster. A quick run. So we'll run it without debugging. Well, hopefully this is all the problem. We will see. So let it run. That one is running. And let this one run. Is running. So I'm going to start this one. We will let it run. Let's check if there is any impact in memory that we can see. I don't expect to be any impact because this is too little information. Okay, we will make sure that this guy goes well, way ahead of the other. Okay, probably I can run the other one. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, here it goes. Yeah, it's much faster. Okay, let's check out the charts now. Still, I'm not seeing any orders, which is not good. Okay, so this didn't really solve the problem. Seems we have more problems. I guess we're going to debug again from here, or most likely from here. That now this is going to enter directly into the second cycle. We will not need this guy because we will assume, or maybe we will. Yeah, we will stop there to see if in both cases we have the value for the trading order, and we'll continue our debugging from here. Okay, so let's run this one. We can run this from here, and this one with debug. We can start this bot. Okay, and run this guy here. What is this? Where are we? Eval formula. Parent node is order rate. So there are signals and there is a value. Continue. Does the same stuff again. There are signals and there is a value. Then we are at the second cycle. Check order event. Okay, so this is where we're going to check if we need to open the order or not. I'm going to enter into here because this is most likely failing right now. So check order event. Check conditions. Well, probably I'm late because the condition had already been evaluated. Condition is false, so past is false. So this is going to be false. So it's not going to place the order. And that is why it's not working. So let's take a look. What do we have here? At this check order event condition. If signals is not undefined and signals okay, but the question is, when is this being evaluated? And here is probably that we never put the code needed for this, because at the trading system or trading stages, when we were at the trigger on and trigger off and all this stuff, we need to do something. We need to retrieve the signals and we need to eval conditions sending the signals. Okay, so there might be situations when we are evaluating conditions without providing the signals, and if there are no signals, it's going to be false. Okay, look at this. Yeah, we are only providing the signals to the first three, but no to execution node, trading system stage, manage stage, not in all these situations. So this is what is missing, actually. This is the reason why this is not executing. Let's explore one of these. I'm going to start removing some of these modules because they're taking some space and we don't really need them. Trading process, trading output, and we are starting from the trading simulation directly. So open execution. Evaluate conditional formulas so they are ready during the execution run. The problem with this evaluation here is that before, what this is happening is that at this level is evaluating all the formulas and conditions here so that they are ready. Okay? The problem is that these formulas and conditions now need specific signals, and they will not have it available, and I cannot request it here. I could request the signals of the trigger on, the trigger off, on whatever, because I requested the signals here and here and here. But there is, I cannot request the signals of the open execution because there are no signals for the open execution. There are specific signals for each of these guys. Mhm. So it looks like, guys, that we arrived to a place where some redesign will be needed in the way the trading bots works, because when this was code, the concept of signals didn't exist, and it didn't exist also the concept of the portfolio manager. That is also be uh, another aspect that to take into consideration here. So yeah, to recap, we this episode we compare the charts of both the bot emitting the signals and the one receiving the signal. We notice that there are a lot of things missing here, and tracing down the rabbit hole and try to figure out what was going on. After fixing a few things, we realized that the main problem is that we haven't retrieved the signals for all these condition evaluations. And worse than that, the evaluation is being done at this level, at a level that is non-specific. So there is no possible way to retrieve the signals at this level. But it needs to be done at a lower level. So we will have to think how to solve this issue, and probably that will be the topic for the next session. So follow me into the next session if you like this one, and we will discover how to rearrange this condition evaluation code so that it is done at the right place at the right time. And probably we're also going to be fixing this stuff that things are getting executed twice when they are not really needed, maybe. Okay, so thank you for watching this episode. See you at the next one. Bye.